Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Christi Kane, and St. Philip's became my church in 1989 when I was married, where we actually do coffee hour now. Although I am no longer married, I still consider St. Philip's my church. I have 3 children that grew up in the church, attending Sunday school, work trips, and a few of them even starred in some Christmas pageants. I taught Sunday school, and for 2 years, I was the head Sunday school teacher. I was able to go on 3 work trips with my kids. I sang in the choir. I was also in the bell choir. I have attended many events such as Shrove Tuesday Pancake Dinner, ECW meetings, Bible studies, and a long list of other activities. A few weeks ago, I listened as one of our members, Jed Youngman, spoke, and I asked Father Eric after that service if I could give a testimony of what stewardship meant to me. And I'm happy to report he said yes, so I was invited to be here. As a Christian, I believe that God gave us humans free will to do as they please. But I also believe that God gave us a responsibility to that free will, a responsibility to life around us, to nurture it, guard it, and use it wisely. This responsibility is what I call stewardship. Let me start by quoting a Bible verse. It's Matthew chapter 6, verse 21. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Let me repeat that. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. I believe that treasure is not just money. Here at St. Philip's, you may be asked to give your time, talent, and treasure. I believe that all of those things are treasures. In March of 2020, I believe I contracted COVID. I was never tested for it, but I worked with someone who was the first person to be documented from passing away from COVID in Michigan. I was very sick for 3 weeks, and during that 3-week period, I lost my job, a relationship I was in ended, and my first grandchild was born, which should have been a joyous occasion, but was tainted because I couldn't visit him. 1, because I was sick, but 2, they weren't taking any visitors because no one knew much about COVID at that time and how to handle it. My daughter and my other son and my parents were all out of state for different reasons during that time. During that time, I was isolated, I was alone, and most of all, I was depressed. I suffer from clinical depression and anxiety. I have since my teens. I was diagnosed around 14 years old, and I've been on medication ever since. So when I say I was depressed, I was bad. It's not easy for me to be up here and tell you all my flaws. I would much rather tell you my positive attributes, but my flaws are a big part of who I am. Also during this time, Father Eric started a noonday prayer session on Zoom, which I believe is still going on. This 30-minute discussion connected me to the thing I needed most, people and fellowship. I met parishioners that went to the 8 a.m. service that I may have never met at an intimate level. I also grew closer to the ones I already knew. I was showered with love, prayers, cards, and friendship. This was and is a treasure for me. You may have noticed during the prayers of the people that you speak my name and my family. And this is because right now my family and I are broken. My son Brian passed away almost 7 months ago on April 7th, unexpectedly. He was 25. This pain has been the most pain I have ever had to endure. There are no words to take away that pain. But there have been words and cards and hugs and tears from many here at St. Philip's that have softened it. These small but mighty gestures are treasures. When people get up and read, when the choir sings, when Jim plays the organ and piano, those are treasures. Now I want to touch on the sensitive issue, money. Every household and business has to have money or income to operate and thrive. This is the same for St. Philip's. Your pledges and donations not only keep you warm or cool in those pews, keep the lights on so you can follow along in the bulletin during the service, help brew the caffeine fancied at coffee hour. These donations are also treasures to our community. They feed the needy at Neighborhood House. They brighten a person's day during their SOS stay. They nurture children at Bound Together, and they help people in need around the world with the Episcopal Relief and Development. I am not up here to ask you to pull out your wallet and give till it hurts. There were several times when I couldn't even give $1 to St. Philip's. I relied on other people to support me in the church to carry on the missions of St. Philip's. When I can, I give, and then I support those who cannot. I am up here because I wanted to share with you how much St. Philip's means to me and our community. I am up here to say thank you for giving your time, your talent, and your treasure so that I have a place to come, a place to call my home. During my 32 years here at St. Philip's, I have struggled with many issues in life, as all you have, as we all have, I have missed Sunday worship for work, family events, and sometimes just to be selfish and sleep in to recharge my battery from life's overwhelming difficulties. But I have never turned my back on St. Philip's, and St. Philip's has never turned its back on me. I don't like to use the word small to describe the size of our congregation, but our size allows for intimate relationships with each other. Of course, there is always room for more. I want to end again with Matthew 6:21. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. My heart is here with St. Philip's, and whatever treasures I have, I will share with you. Thank you.